Hey, what's up guys? My name is Thato and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about 7 ways in which I use Vaseline Petroleum Jelly in my everyday skincare routine. You know that something is like the GOAT or the Holy Grail when you refer to every other product with that brand's name. So a lot of people refer to any kind of toothpaste as Colgate. A lot of people refer to petroleum jelly as Vaseline. Petroleum jelly was obviously popularized by Vaseline, but at least as far as I'm concerned, there are different other petroleum jellies, but I'm not speaking about those because my personal experiences with Vaseline. I think Vaseline is a product that a lot of us grew up using and probably still use. You have it in your bag, you have it in your car, you have it in your pocket, you have it in your house, you have it in your toiletry bag when you travel. It's like, it's an essential. Somehow it's just never missing. You know what I mean? Whether you're using it for your lips, for your body, or for your face. But today I'm going to be talking about 7 ways in which I particularly use it in my grooming routine. Number 1, I use Vaseline to lock moisture into my skin. I've used a lot of lotions, I've used a lot of different gels, body creams and whatever, and I'm just never able to attain the kind of level of moisture I attain when I use my lotion in conjunction with Vaseline. So what I personally do is that I lotion up normally, and then I take some Vaseline and then I go over my body again. This is something that I particularly do in winter and at night particularly, just to restore the moisture that was lost throughout the day, that was lost in the shower I just had, because obviously you can't apply lotion without splashing. And I just use it to keep my skin hydrated and just so that we can weather the winter cold. The wind is much drier, or the air is much drier in winter, so your skin is more prone to being dry because of that. Number 2, I use it for spots that are prone to dryness. So this is not like a winter tip or whatever. It's an everyday tip really. The reason I apply it all over my body in winter specifically is because of the conditions we find ourselves in winter, right? I don't use a lot of it, or I don't use it all over my body in the summer or during the day in winter, because as you know, sometimes gets a bit hot and it can get a bit sweaty, and I don't like that. So I use it for particular spots like my hands. This part, we all know this part gets a bit dry. I use it for my hands, I use it on my ankles, I use it on my elbows, I use it on my waist, and I use it on my feet. Oh yes, and I use it on my nose too. So ankle is pretty obvious. You can lotion as much as you want sometimes, especially me, because I prefer secret socks. Even when I wear suits, I don't usually wear long socks. I just like the look of an exposed ankle. So that obviously, combined with the length of my pants, exposes my ankles to the elements. So I just keep it nice and moist by using Vaseline, so that I don't have like ashy ass ankles. Feet. This is like a winter hack, but I use it in summer too. The reason for this is, like, your feet are prone to getting dry. I don't know what the science behind that is, or the biology behind that is, but you don't want ashy feet. So what I do is that I apply some lotion, cool, then I seal it in with Vaseline, and then I put some socks on. I usually do that at night, and what that does is that it keeps like my feet moisturized. Then the next day I don't have to go too hectic on the Vaseline moisturizer. I know that okay, my feet are already moist. And you don't only like apply Vaseline when your feet are like ashy. Yes, you do, but what I'm trying to say is your feet need to be looked after long before you probably need Vaseline for them. So it's something that I do to avoid like cracked feet and to avoid ashy feet. Then I mentioned that I put it on my waist. The reason for this is I feel like my waist gets super dry because that's where your body has the point of like a tight point of contact with like your pants or your belt, and it's just like a lot of friction there. So I personally just apply some extra Vaseline on my waist so that it doesn't get too dry. I'm not sure if this is like foolproof, but I do it anyway because it makes me feel much better. And then on my nose, this is critical in the winter. I put it around my nose and in my nose. Around my nose, if I have a runny nose, if I'm blowing my nose a lot, I need to keep it moist so that it doesn't crack and show me flames. So yeah, put it around my nose, and I put it inside my nose too because I feel that my nose is, I feel that it's more comfortable, or it's a more comfortable feeling. I say this because in winter, I don't know if I just said this, but in winter the air becomes very dry and you're breathing in that air. Your nasal passages get dry, and I mean, I don't think you should just let them get dry personally. So I apply some Vaseline in there, and then it keeps like my whole nose moist, and I won't say it really keeps it warm, but it does help. Like if you're not wearing anything across your nose, it's super cool. Number 3, Vaseline prolongs fragrance. How do I know? Back in my time, back in the day, I only started using perfume in like varsity properly. Like I used to get stuff when my brother was in London. He used to send me some Mont Blanc, but that's when I was like in primary school. In high school, my mom was like, "You don't spun, dude. What do you need? Perfume, here's X for you, love X." Held it down for me. So I obviously needed a larger quantity of perfume to last me a longer time because I couldn't afford to buy it as often as I would have liked, and I couldn't afford to buy the quality that I would have liked. So I used to buy EDT. So EDT is eau de toilette. It has a lower concentration of perfume. I think I have a blog post about that. I'll link it down below. So what I'd do is that I'd apply a bit of Vaseline on my pressure points, on my wrists, on my neck. Then I'd put perfume over it. This helped the perfume last slightly longer than it normally would. It's something I did for a long time. It really worked for me, and it's something that I still do until today. Even though I've upped my game in terms of scents, I use more parfums and EDPs now. I still use it when I know I'm going to be out of the house for a long period of time and I need my my scent to sustain me. Number 4 is lip scrub. This is the one in my laptop. Number 4 is lip scrub. So your lips tend to peel, right? Whether or not you take care of them, and sometimes it can get a bit tricky now. So what I do is that before I brush my teeth, usually the first thing I do when I wake up is like put Vaseline on my lips. Like I swear. So what I do is that I put Vaseline on my lips. Then obviously if I'm starting my day with replying to emails, I do that. But when I go brush my teeth, I make sure I can still feel the Vaseline on my lips. Firstly, because there's a lot of water running down your mouth and it makes your lips dry, so it sort of combats that. Secondly, it doubles as like a lip scrub. So somehow, warm water, Vaseline, dry skin, it's like a miracle combo of sorts. Don't know the science behind that, but it works. So I use the back of my toothbrush. I've heard someone say they use a different toothbrush, but I really don't care. I use the back of my toothbrush. It has like some stuff that's protruding there, so I use it on my lips. I scrub my lips a bit, continue brushing my teeth, and then go over it with the bristles, and then that's my lip scrub. I should probably get a proper lip scrub, but this has been working fine for me, so yeah, That's cool. Number 5 is eye cream seal. So nothing I hate more than waking up in the morning and having crust in my eyes. I just genuinely don't like it. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but this is something that has worked well for me. So after I put on my eye cream, after my skincare, my evening skincare routine, I will then proceed to put a bit of Vaseline, literally where I get crust, and then like on my eyelids. What this does is that it minimizes crust. I don't want to say it prevents it, but it minimizes the crust that you will have in the morning, and it will also seal in the moisture of your eye cream. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. So yeah. Number 6, cuts after shaving. So I'm very hairy and I've had to shave from a relatively young age. I didn't have a full beard. I had by my side benyana and a peach fuzz nyana mustache that I was always forced to shave off. And obviously at the beginning, I'm struggling. I don't know how to shave. It's giving me, and 1 2 1 2 jiggy jiggy, I have a cut on my face. So Vaseline is, as I said, multi-purpose. People use it for different things. For some reason, you just put a bit on a cut and then you're good to go. It soothes the pain and the irritation from the cut, and then you just start your day, and that's what pretty much helped me survive for the past few years when I cut myself. Last but not least, number 7, I use it to tame my eyebrows and my eyelashes. Eyelashes, slippery slope nyana, but I mean, I just apply it like that. Why do I do this? Mainly because I tend to have I have long lashes, and sometimes they get into my eye. Who would have ever thought that my own lashes would deceive me like that? And then my eyebrows, as I said, I'm super hairy. They grow really bushy, so I just use Vaseline to, tame them, slick them down. Not only does it tame your eyebrows, it gives them like a nice shiny look. And I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want nice, glowy, healthy looking hair anyway? So yeah, those are my 7 uses of Vaseline. If you've tried any of these before, or if you know of more tips, please drop them in the comments below. If you end up using this tip, let me know below how it works for you. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please definitely hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time.